Yeah, thanks, Sandy. Actually, there are a lot of things that we can do to help bats out. One of those things is pretty simple, recycling. Recycling paper and cardboard will help save especially summer tree habitat, so bats are living in live and dead trees. Also, buying locally grown organic food will also reduce pesticide use and even our carbon footprint as well.
Things like protecting wetlands, forests, and caves will also help to ensure proper roosting locations for bats. We should avoid caves and mines where bats are roosting. Planting a wildlife garden can also help attract bats, which will give bats food at night. Attract moths, which will help give bats food at night. You might also consider becoming a scientist. You could get involved in bat research or wildlife and habitat conservation.
It's also important if you have bats living in your house to, there are ways to humanely evict them. So one thing is you can put on some type of one-way funnel or flap when the bats are not hibernating and also when they're not having their babies. So spring and late summer or early fall are great times. And there's a lot of great websites that can help to lead you through that process as well. And providing them an alternative. You know, bat houses are a great way to, one, keep bats living in your house, but also to give them somewhere else to go so they're not in your attic or behind your shutter. So this is a bat house right here, and you can see that it has a landing area that the bats can land on, use their toenails, and climb up on the inside. Those spaces are really important because they are so small it keeps predators from reaching up in there and grabbing them. So our bats around here are very small. How many bats do you think could fit in a house this size right here? What do you think?
10.
10? More than 10. What do you think?
30.
30? You know, I see anywhere from 10 to 30, but I've seen almost 100 bats fitting inside this. And wait till you see how small our bats are. But you know, not only the right design, but also the right placement is really important. So about 15 feet off the ground, facing an open, sunny location. And either on the side of a pole, on a pole or the side of a building works great. So the peak of a garage or the side of a chimney. And you can even take a strong flashlight and just look up on the inside during the day. I usually start looking in April, and you can look all the way through the end of October. Just look up on the inside. But the best way that we can help is to teach other people about bats. That bats are very beneficial. They're in danger of becoming extinct. Also, we should all consider joining a bat conservation organization. I was so interested in conserving animals, and especially bats, that I started the organization for bat conservation. But also, Bat Conservation International, based in Austin, Texas, is another great group that supports bats throughout the world. And there are also many local organizations as well. So we all have to act and work together to save bats.